I chew up crayons and I spit them out and I burn them on a light bulb. Whatever the fuck it is that's in your head. They always talked about it like it was never obtainable. But in reality, every one of them in their lifetime made them. Used to hear, I'm gonna make $1 million in my lifetime. Motherfucker, I'm after $1 million a month. And that's shooting low. That's probably why I haven't ever made $1 million. It's not anything fucking special. I'm just a normal fucking dude that fucking wasted fucking 15 years of his life and started this shit when I was fucking 40 so years old. Because I was comfortable. Everybody has this number in your head predetermined. I'm gonna be a millionaire. I make $1 million on the fucking worst year. I make $1 million in the first 6 months. Every fucking year. That's the fucking bare minimum. And $1 million, we're out of fucking business for the year. I've been up since 4:30. It's closer to 5 now. I don't know if we can see that, if that's focused. I have no idea with this camera. So, 4:30 in the morning, just the way we like it. It's fucking black outside. I've been up since 4:30. I've already made my Instagram video. 4:30 in the morning. I've got 90 minutes until I'm going to see anybody else. That's 90 minutes. I'm ahead right now of anybody that I'm going to interact or do anything with today. Went to bed at midnight. Looked at the clock. It was 3:30, 3:40. Should have got up then. Tossed and turned. 4:30, feet on the ground. Up since 4:30. 90 minutes of movement, 90 minutes of progress, 90 minutes to do whatever. 90 minutes to sit and do nothing. If that's what you choose to do. Really, you should build in an hour of time where you get up and you're just in your own head with nothing electronics. I know I say that. I know I don't do that. I also don't go and look at anything on social media. I literally make a video 15 minutes after I'm up, 10 minutes after I'm up, whatever. I make a video in the morning trying to show that it's dark outside. I beat the sun today. Sometimes I don't. Imagine the shit we can do, the stuff that can be done in 90 minutes of time. With no distractions, nobody around you, nobody you're gonna do business with, nobody you're going to interact with is up if you had another hour and a half of your time. In reality, how much work do we actually get done in 90 minutes of time? I get a lot of shit done in 90 minutes of time. Out of an 8-hour day, how much stuff are we truly doing if you look at lunch, breakfast, bathroom breaks, standing around bullshitting with the guys? I do a lot of that myself. I am probably more guilty than anybody I'm around of that because I'm the boss. I can get away with it. Nobody can check me on it, right? Even if they're thinking it, they're never gonna say it. That 90 minutes in the morning before I meet up with anybody, before I see anybody else, I can do 45 minutes of cardio. I can do all of my emails. I can cut any of the belts. I can go through any orders. I can look at anything on my desk I need to do, anything in my work bay that needs cleaned up. I have no reason not to have all that shit done because in reality, I can do every fucking single piece of it in 90 minutes. That's 45 minutes of cardio. That's 45 minutes left to do all the other shit that I need to do first things in the morning. Before I'm going to talk to anybody. That's 90 minutes. What if you could find 90 minutes of time? Well, of course you can find 90 minutes of time. You have to not do 90 minutes of something else. At the end of the day, that's turning the television on. Whatever it is, 90 minutes is easy to find. If you're saying, I don't have time, all you're saying is that whatever you're saying you can't do because you don't have time, it's not important to you. That's your decision to make. That's your shortcoming. Whatever that thing is for you, that just means you don't fucking want it. And that's okay. Nobody's holding you accountable to it until you say you want it. Until you start talking about other people doing other shit, until your girl sees you interacting with other people doing other shit, she's probably not second guessing you. Whoever you're talking to, that's you brought that up. That's in your head. If you're talking about that side hustle you're going to start, or that business you're going to start, or your business isn't working, that's because that's not what's important to you. You're spending too much time other places. Let's just call it what it is. That's a hobby. Until you're making money doing it, that's a hobby. When you start making a little bit of money on a regular basis doing it, that's a side hustle. It's still not a business. And most of you guys so fucking worried about well, I got to figure out what structure to go with, and I got to figure out how I'm going to do my accounting. I got to figure out how you're going to make whatever the hell it is you're going to sell, and start selling some of it. That's a hobby. Until it becomes big mainstream, you don't have to say shit about it. But those are excuses. Those are excuses. I'm out of school. Let's say you're 18. You're out of school. You've got this thing you like to do. It's a hobby. I chew up crayons and I spit them out and I burn them on a light bulb. Whatever the fuck it is that's in your head, why don't you do some of that? You've gone all through high school with this idea in your head. Let's say from 16 to 18. So you've had this idea for 2 years. You've never done any of your idea. I'm gonna get out of school, and then I'm gonna go to junior college for a couple years, and then I'm gonna go to college. Now you're what, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22? You've still had no job. Now you gotta go get a real fucking job somewhere, doing whatever it is you went to college for that's not going to give you a job, because in the 8 years that you've spent, the 4 years you've spent going to college, the job market has changed. The job market is changing in such a rapid manner right now. Whatever you started going to school for, it doesn't exist anymore. When now for 8 years, 6 years, you've been talking about this business you're going to start, when in reality, you should have just started business. There's kids selling lemonade, there's kids mowing yards for fucking dollars. But now you're 22, 24, 26 years old. You haven't even tried any business. You've never had an interaction of cash. You never went and found some shit and took it and sold it at the swap meet. You know that's how special operations equipment started, right? Before it was called special operations equipment, we were going to the flea markets. Now here a flea market's just in a gravel parking lot, and it's some people like garage selling. But in San Diego, it's at 2 of the main stadiums. It's a stadium sports arena, and it takes you 6 to 8 hours to see the swap meet in San Diego. I would rent a booth there for 35 bucks. That would get my truck in at 6 a.m. in the morning. The thing didn't open until like 7:30. So at 6 a.m. I could start walking around to vendors and other people setting up and buy up. There's always some lady or somebody there garage selling shit, selling a bunch of military surplus and dive gear and outdoor shit. And I would buy that up. How much for all of it? And I would just buy whatever I could buy from them. And then we would take it to the gun shows couple times a year, and we would triple our money on it. And then it started being t-shirts, and the first t-shirt we did was my cousin and my sister and myself in a bunch of BDUs and military equipment, not even gear that we made because we didn't make gear yet, but we had some LBVs and shit and some toy MP5s, not airsoft MP5s, toy MP5s. That was the first shirt we ever did, and that's when we started. The name Special Operations Equipment came to be. I was trying to get some companies to sew some stuff for me, and I wasn't getting anywhere with it. It was like $1,000 minimum first order to do anything with Eagle back then. I knew Eagle, and I knew a couple of other companies that we could order shit from, but it wasn't what we were doing. And then I started sewing my own gear, which is a whole nother story in itself, but that was an evolution of about 18 months. But I didn't know where I was going. When I started Special Operations Equipment, it was not manufacturing gear. That's the click of the 60-second hand. That's one click, tick. 5 miles down the road, it's now something very different than where the 12-hour hand is. We have time to do it, but people are so busy talking about doing it, they're not doing anything. That's because that's the new, I'm a consultant. Consultant used to mean I'm fucking a loser with no job. What do you do? I'm consulting. What do you consult on? Well, when you really asked them the questions, they didn't have a fucking answer because they didn't do shit. I'm an entrepreneur. Really? What do you do? You know, entrepreneur things. You have to fucking do something. Whatever it is you're saying you're gonna do, you're the only one fucking, they're asking you about it because you said you're gonna fucking do it. How about you just do some shit and then tell them you did it? I got a friend, he's always like, we call him the what if guy. What if, what if, what if? We don't care what if. We've already done it. By the time you know it happened 2 weeks ago. If somebody had a problem with it, it's already too late. What if? We did it. It's over with. We're on to the next thing. Hit it, quit it, on to the next thing. Think it, try it, make money from it. You're so busy talking about all the shit you're gonna do that you're doing nothing. So, move with purpose, do real shit, get shit done. Those are two the same thing. Move with purpose, right? Move with urgency. 5 seconds, urgency. When the idea is in your head, you have 5 seconds to put it on paper, write it out, hand it to somebody else, put it in motion. If you don't act on it in 5 seconds, that shit's not happening. I have so many fucking killer ideas, and I'll go through the day and I won't fucking act on them. I have to send the idea to 3 other people, get kind of some feedback, throw it at some people right around me immediately and see what their reaction is. If I don't do something with it in 5 seconds, that shit's not happening. We're planning Christmas shit right now. We were planning Halloween shit 3 fucking weeks ago, because every year I'm like, man, we should do something for Halloween really killer this time. But we always wait. Guys are like, I got an email yesterday, Amanda forwarded me, somebody's like, do you have any more sales coming? Basically, can I wait? When are you gonna do another sale so I can get free shipping? That's actually what he asked. And I said, I don't know. But if you see something right now you want, you better order it, because it's not going to be there when there's a sale. And the reality of the sales is, I don't know when there's a sale. A lot of times I don't even know it's International whatever day, International Women's Day or something, until the day afterwards. Have you not noticed that when we run a sale, it's never on the day of the international holiday? That's because I fucking put it off. I put it off. I waited. I delayed. Luckily, my market is such, I have enough customers and enough loyal customers, enough customers that know we're going to do something cool when we do it, that they order it. It doesn't have to be on the day. But what if I'd have planned that shit out? What if I'd actually done it ahead of time? And that's this 90 minutes right now that I've just spent 10 minutes here on the camera. In 90 minutes, you can change your world. In 90 minutes, you can change the world around you. In 90 minutes, you can change a lot of people's worlds for the better. But you're busy 45 minutes at night, 15 minutes on the toilet here, an extra 20 minutes in bed when you're tossing and turning and looking at the clock, waiting for it to go off. We can find 90 minutes. So use your 90 minutes. 90 minutes. That's a lot of time when you add that up. An hour and a half a day times 7 days. That's a lot of time, guys. That's a work day. What could you get done in a work day if it was just you and you actually worked? I'm guilty of it. When I go to the bathroom, that's when I look at Facebook and I start liking people's posts and going through people that have reacted, right? I'm never in the bathroom more than 2 minutes. Ever. When I actually need the bathroom. But a lot of times I'm in there 10, 15 minutes. We can find time, it's just how you're using your time. So, move with purpose, move with urgency, do real shit. It's your time that you are wasting. The people you're saying it to, people's time you're wasting, they're not doing anything, most of them, because the guys that are truly doing shit and you're telling them about doing it over and over, they're gonna push you away because they know you're full of shit. So tell people about shit you did, not shit you're going to do, and just get shit done. If it's real dudes, because if you're fucking telling them and you're not doing it, you're taking from them. If you're not giving to them, you're taking from them. Spend time with people that are better than you. Spend time with people that you can make better. But you have to do real shit. You actually have to do something. Just talking about it doesn't get it done. And you're only going to do it a few times. And the real motherfuckers are going to know you're full of shit. Look around you at who's not there now. Stop fucking talking about it and not doing it. Why do you fucking talk about shit that you're not going to do? Why do you keep having the same conversation over and over with multiple people? Because in your head, somehow, because you talked about it, that's the same as you doing it. If it's not worth you fucking doing it, why do you keep fucking talking about it? Whatever it is, anything. I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna get in shape, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna start a business, I'm gonna do this in business, I'm gonna do this new thing. You keep talking about it, but you haven't fucking acted on it. Sooner or later, people are gonna call you on it. That's them. You might tell them once, you might bring the idea up twice. Third time, when dudes around you, dudes start going, what have you done about it? They start asking about progress. That's them checking you politely. That's the precursor to just coming out and start going, hey, you're full of shit. Or your other option is, real motherfuckers, stop fucking interacting with you. That's because also they know you're full of shit. If it's not worth you putting it in motion and trying it and testing it, stop wasting people's time with it. The people that can actually help you when it comes time that you need them, They're already done with you. They're already done with your non-action. Fucking put it in motion. Otherwise, shut the fuck up about it. You know, every year, at least me, every year, once a year, I get a cold or the flu or whatever, sinus congestion, right? It's up here, and it starts to go down here, and on the second, third day, on the first day, you're like, am I sick? I think I'm getting sick. The second day, you're like, yeah, I think I'm sick. The third day, your nose is fucking running, shit's coming out, you start coughing, and that stuff's right there, but it's not coming up, but it's not all the way in your lungs, luckily. You know, you just feel miserable. You want to lay in bed, right? And when you lay in bed, it gets worse. So what do you have to do? You have to get up and move. And when you start moving, you start coughing that shit up an hour or two into the day, a hot shower, hot tea, whatever. But with movement, that shit gets better. It goes away faster. Whereas if you lay in bed, how many times do you hear people go into the hospital for something and they come out with pneumonia? How many people go in the hospital for one thing and die of pneumonia? That's from that not moving. That's that no movement shit. That's that sitting and doing nothing. And that's how most shit in your life is. If you sit and do nothing, your problems get worse. You get that little head cold and you want to cuddle up and lay on the couch. When you're laying on the couch, that shit can move down into your lungs. When you're up and vertical and moving and sweating and breathing and your heart rate is elevated, I know they say, you're sick, Johnny, you need to rest. But when you fucking go out and you sweat that shit out, it gets over with faster. All that shit moves out of your body because you're hot and it's pushing it out, and the vapor, and it's moving that shit through your lungs, and it's coming out your nose and your mouth, and while you're fucking moving, you're spitting that shit out. And in a couple days, you're fucking all better. Or you can do it the little bitch fucking pussy way. You can lay in bed for a couple weeks and take some pills and go see a doctor a couple times and get a sinus cocktail and get a shot in your ass and get some fucking elixirs and some pills and potions, and you've wasted 2, 3, fucking 4 weeks of your life. Everybody's like, I have sinuses. The whole month of whatever, I'm gonna be fucked up. They've already predetermined it for next year. That's because they don't fucking act. Because they don't want to do the little bit of hard shit, and they'll just do a whole lot of the fucking less hard shit. It all fucking sucks. How many fucking people die from pneumonia when, had they just got the fuck up and moved, they never would have fucking gotten sick to the point of dying? And that's how everything in your fucking life is. And if you act like that, things in your life will change. With your fitness, with your relationship, with your fucking business, anything in your life will change when you start to fucking move. And no matter how fucking bad your money shit is, I know you've got some terrible thing that's happened. I promise you, you don't have a tenth of the shit that has happened to you that has happened to me. I've been fucking lower than you have. I've been fucking way worse than you ever fucking have. The shit I fucking have dealt with, you can't even fucking fathom, because if you had, and you were still alive from it, you wouldn't be watching me. You'd be too busy fucking being successful and being better than me, and fucking you'd be too busy to watch my fucking videos on YouTube. It all starts with fucking motion. And I tell you these things because you can do it, because I fucking did it, and I'm not anything fucking special. I'm just a normal fucking dude that fucking wasted fucking 15 years of his life and started this shit when I was fucking 40 so years old. Because I was comfortable. Everybody has this number in your head predetermined. I'm gonna be a millionaire. I make $1 million on the fucking worst year. I make $1 million in the first 6 months. Every fucking year. That's the fucking bare minimum. And $1 million, we're out of fucking business for the year. Because everybody has this number in their head. $1 million is not what $1 million used to be. In the fucking 80s, when you heard grandma talk about $1 million, or you heard mom talk, they always talked about it like it was never obtainable. But in reality, every one of them in their lifetime used to hear, I'm gonna make $1 million in my lifetime. Motherfucker, I'm after $1 million a month. And that's shooting low. That's probably why I haven't ever made $1 million a month. Because I'm after $1 million, I'm not after $3 million in the month. It all starts with movement. It doesn't matter what you fucking talk about. While you're standing there talking to motherfuckers, saying the same bullshit to 10 different people, sooner or later one of them dudes is gonna realize you're full of shit. And they're gonna politely check you by questioning you about your progress. And that's only gonna happen once, because you're a bitch. You're probably never gonna fucking have a conversation with that dude, because you know what's coming. He's gonna fucking out you, and he's gonna point it out to the rest of the fucking people. The other thing that's gonna happen is dudes that really can help you obtain that goal, guys that really are doing fucking anything more than you, you're only gonna say something to them 2, 3 times. you're gonna notice they fizzle into the fucking darkness. They don't exist for you anymore because you're not fucking doing what you said you're gonna do. If you're not giving to them, you're taking from them, and those guys are only gonna let you take fucking so much. That's all I got. Turn that off.
I could have picked a better reason to be on CNN. I built this thing from the bottom, they tore it down, I rebuilt it. I give myself a task, you can bet your ass I fulfill it. Yeah man, I'm talking about Willis, one of the realest to try. My family, SOE, got the tools to survive. Yeah. I don't mind what you say about me, most of it's a lie. You realize you said I'd never give it another try. And I'd never make it, but I'm hungry for it. Look into my eyes, I'm gonna take it, and I've got the tools to survive.
They say the beat is surviving, boy, they didn't lie. I didn't know I'd have to fight to keep my business alive. They tried shutting me down, but I kept bringing it back. Ask them what's up now, who put this thing on the map? I'm doing better than ever, they're throwing salt on my name. Now they're acting surprised, they must have thought it's a game. See, they're there when you feed them, but where they at when you need them? I put it all on the line, I lost my wife and my freedom. Nobody stayed by my side while I continue pursuing this. I'm certified, never lie, that's why I've been doing this for 25 years. That's a quarter of a century. Tactical pioneer, they can't help but mention me. And the topic of conversation is special operations made in the USA with extreme dedication. For those who serve the nation, it's I-4-9 and SOE. We got the tools to survive.
I don't mind what you say about me, most of it's a lie. You realize you said I'd never give it another try. And I'd never make it, but I'm hungry for it. Look into my eyes, I'm gonna take it, and I've got the tools to survive. I don't mind what you say about me, most of it's a lie. You realize you said I'd never give it another try. And I'd never make it, but I'm hungry for it. Look into my eyes, I'm gonna take it, and I've got the tools to survive. I don't mind what you say about me, most of it's a lie. You realize you said I'd never give it another try. And I'd never make it, but I'm hungry for it. Look into my eyes, I'm gonna take it, and I've got the tools to survive.